I'm super early because I've got shit to do, but I still wanted to stream for at least a couple hours. So you should tune in and watch me do this thing. Look at this dumb little ascot. I'm gonna fuck this man. While I'm here, I gotta do all this other stuff too. Has Me6 pinged yet? Take a gamble. The answer is probably not. Yes, whatever. If Discord could start, that'd be great. If Actually, let me open that back up. Also, Me6 still has not pinged. Who the hell is this? I don't know who the fuck that is. Weird. Good. Order shipped. Track its progress. It's probably here by now, I feel like. Oh, it's UPS? Estimated delivery was yesterday, and it's not here. How intriguing. How very, very interesting. I've already been live for 7 fucking minutes, and it's because I'm not doing anything. This shit takes way too long. I fucked up! TV, hey, it's Jones. Okay, and that's it. That's all I needed to do. I should honestly change my starting up thing so that instead of JFK, it's Miles. It's Mr. Edgeworth. That's the wrong way, but I do need to fix that. Can I please get a good grip on that? Going to shit. I'm going to defecate. Is that something? What is that? What is that? And the Discord has obscured it completely. I feel like that's my microphone. It is not my microphone. What on earth? Hi, Kay. I cannot for the life of me figure out what the fuck that is. Hi, Kay. You're early? So am I. I have something to do at 2 today, and I figured that I didn't want to stream at 12 and then only stream for like an hour or something. And so I was like, okay, I'll stream a little bit earlier, aka 11 instead of 12, and then that way I can maybe finish the case or at least stream for a little bit longer. Oh my god! Edgeworth dead. Edgeworth dead. Per the usual, a little bit of G Fuel in the morning. Edgeworth's joining the Mile High Club. Why is there piano on this plane? Why are there statues on this plane? What kind of fucking plane is this? Is this first class? What was it? 9,000 feet? Edgeworth is fucking dead. Flight I-390? I don't think that's how planes are dictated. Any updates on the Discord stuff for the next case? Let's see. Next case will be... So, the answer to your question is yes, I'm down to do it. The only thing is Monday, I think I have this month off work, but they like requested specifically that I just like help them do one thing on the 4th, which is Monday. So I'm not super sure when I'm gonna be doing that. So I might not do Ace Attorney that day, but definitely whenever I do the 3rd case, we're good to go on it. Also, Edgeworth is always up so early. The last one he was up at like 3 a.m. This one's like 6 a.m. Edgeworth's fucking dead. That's fair, that's fair. But he is also, like, he just is up at, like, ungodly hours. I didn't even see what hit him. Ew. Also, I thought this one only had 4 cases for some reason. I think it was misled by Apollo Justice. But the chronological order for these cases is 4, 2, 1, 3, 5. That's weird. He just dropped it. Four is a flashback. But you said 5 is the one that's like 10 hours long, right? Oh, God. I can't believe this game is actually going to be pretty long then. Because if that's like 18 hours, I think that's... Actually, no. Yeah, never mind. It's probably like about the same as like the other games. Is this the game where you play as Gregory Edgeworth, or is that the second one? Because I think I read in one of them that you play as Gregory Edgeworth at one point. Oh, the second one. I like that Edgeworth's like sitting here just like psyching himself up. He's like, I gotta get in this fucking elevator. Oh my god. It's that guy from Danganronpa. What's his name? Fucking Byakuya? Togami, right? Togami Byakuya. You're gonna look at this dead man and tell me he doesn't look like fucking Togami? He's kind of sexy here. This is a very good sprite. I don't know what it is about it, but it's very good. What? There's a body. What is that on the floor? No, Edgeworth, the fact of the matter is very clearly that he is dead. There's no jumping to conclusions. The conclusion has very clearly presented itself. That is jumping to conclusions. This flight attendant has definitely jumped very, very much to a conclusion. She's very calm about this. Rhoda Tenero. Road too narrow? Hello? A minor accident. Of course, of course. Murder? What's going on with this flight? Ah, runways. Gotcha. Forgot runways existed. So I was like, what road? We're in the air. I wonder what the actual procedure is
for finding a body on a plane. But someone was killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Homie down here has the fucking sandwich of a lifetime. Oh my god. Do you see this guy? This guy's sandwich is literally like the size of this flight attendant's legs. And thicker too. I don't know, you guys can't see my cursor, but like, just look at this guy. He's the only guy on the bottom. Look at the size of his fucking sandwich. Yeah, and business kakyoin, that's what it is. I was looking at him and I was like, why does he look familiar? What is it about him? It's fucking business kakyoin. Oh, I am tied up. He's like, only Phoenix can do this to me. Oh my god, Edgeworth is gonna snap. There's also this like random line like through his head and through like the stuff there. It's just like a line of missing pixels. Guaranteed Rhoda Tenero is the killer. There's no other reason that she shouldn't have been there. Or there's no other reason that she should have been there, like, so quickly after I discovered the body. My sights are set on Rhoda Tenero, and I'm gonna make sure her road to prison is too narrow. Thank you for the follow, Chris. Welcome to the stream. And she's trying to place the blame on me. What honor? As a professional flight attendant? Shut the hell up. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. Shut the fuck up, Rhoda. Very strong incriminating evidence that's probably gonna get you caught. Get out of here. Jump out the window. I mean, I guess this would be the procedure, right? This makes sense, you know, apprehend the suspect, parentheses S, potentially multiple. And I don't know, I guess just cruise on down, or maybe land at like the nearest airport. But that kind of sucks. I don't know. I wonder. I truly wonder. Meow, meow, meow. Might want to give her a nice... Oh, that wasn't the actual voice I was going to give her. I was just being facetious because she's pissing me off. Your situation. I'm more concerned with mine and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just sit idly by while I get accused of murder. Was he accused of murder in the elevator case in SL6? I don't think so, right? It was his... Was it? No, his dad was killed there. Oh. He accused himself. Okay, yeah. I was like, I think he's been accused once before. But, you know, I had my doubts about Rhoda, but she's given me the downward look, you know, the spiteful chin up looking down her nose at me. And that's a good one. Oh, that's right. I forgot he was in that. That was a weird case. That was was that the last case of the first game? Because I remember that one was like the first one that was like, whoa. But bazonkers, bro. Yeah, gotcha. That was a good fucking case. It was weird as hell, because there were just, like, so many strange things, but Gumshoe gave me a metal detector, and that's what I care about. In the DS and after... What? In the DS and after Rise from the Ashes comes... I'm not sure if I'm picking up what you're putting down. I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance? To do what? A chance to plead my case in the DS edition. Oh. Sorry. I played the PC port, and so then I was like, does it exist everywhere else? Because I'm self-centered and a shitlord. A chance to plead my case, and a chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence just now. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I like her. I like her a lot. I'm so sorry. Oh, no. Now I don't want to cast down on her because she does cute things. That's not fair. You can't change my mind like that. Also, her little thing looks like Princess Peach's crown. The little flight attendant hat. Her little teapot lid. Oh, no. Oh no, I love her. To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous? You have a point. Very well, I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you'll only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please, make it quick. If I wasn't such a homosexual, I might be attracted to you. Gross. I just put chapstick on and then I found out there was a fucking piece of, like, lint or something on my fucking chapstick. What am I gonna do? I'm kissing the dirt. Of course. As you wish. Good. Very well then, let's get started. I know for a fact that I didn't kill that man in the elevator. Do you? What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. Ooh. I'm still suspicious of her. However, I like her, so I don't want to cast down on her. I'm sorry, is that her hair? Those cubes on the back of her head? Oh my god, it is. I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of me, in front of the elevator, God. Man. This sucks. Because I don't want to cast down on her because she's so cute. It was you, standing there with fresh blood dripping off of the murder weapon. So, if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. That's it? That's her evidence? I don't think you can ask for a more perfect witness testimony. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm gay. Not really. It's hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. My gaping hole. Sorry, I don't know why I'm harping so much on Edgeworth's gayness today. It just feels right. Haha, hole. Tell me, what exactly puts the pro in professional flight attendant for you? Well, it means we are very professional about how we take care of our passengers. Services like fetching papers and responding to calls are done with speed and accuracy. I can assure you that I give testimonies with the same level of professionalism. Have you given testimonies before, miss? Yeah. Interesting. Interesting of you to say. But I'm sure you have already realized that by now, right? It's a bit hard to appreciate your professionalism when I'm the one under suspicion. And there you have it. My professional testimony is accurate and reliable. You certainly seem sure of yourself. Of course. A professional flight attendant can't afford to make mistakes after all. Perhaps, but you must admit there are few who can look at a murder with a clear mind. We attendants all go through extensive training and are always calm and collected. We'll even calmly serve you coffee if you so wish as the plane makes a splashdown. I don't think that's true. I fail to see how that would be the calm and rational thing to do in an emergency. Even until the bitter end, we are there to serve the passengers. Why is there here cubes? That is the duty of all professional flight attendants. Shut the fuck up about professional flight attendants, please. You certainly are confident. Anyway, shall we return to your testimony? Describe it to me. Yes? What did you see in front of the elevator? That's what I was just about to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth. Framed by the elevator doors and bathed in the light coming from within. The murder weapon, dripping with blood. Really now. I swear that was the grisly scene I saw before me. Thank goodness it wasn't a passenger who saw, or there'd be widespread panic by now. As I recall, you were quite panicked yourself at the time. What of it? Excuse me? You were scared enough to misread the situation and accuse me of murder. Nonsense. Professional flight attendants cannot afford to be that flustered. I witnessed the murder scene and am now listening to your defense, all with a smile. Apparently you also lie with a smile on your face. I would like to see her lie down with a smile. Am I right, guys? I had to check her age first because I was going to make a sexual innuendo and I didn't want to do it on a minor. But also she's a flight attendant, so I think I should have just assumed that she was an adult. Because I think you have to be an adult to be a flight attendant. I've thought about being a flight attendant before because I think it'd be fun and cool. But that's a lot of traveling and a lot of not being able to stay in the same place to have a consistent stream schedule. And so I was like, yeah, never mind. I am not the culprit, and yet you would keep these restraints on me? Mr. Edgeworth, please try to understand what kind of situation you're in right now. And what exactly is my situation? Is his name Mike? Is he from the Jersey Shore? I have the backing of the captain to keep you bound in this way. We are within our legal right to restrain anyone who might threaten our captain mid-flight. That sounds like it could be from real life. In essence, you're in the same situation as someone who has been arrested by the police. So I am to stay restrained until I can clear up all of her doubts. At least I'm close. Close to what, Edgeworth? Are you into this? What are you close to? Elaborate on that. Her mistake shines like the silver lining on a dark rain cloud. Is that what silver lining means? Is that where the phrase silver lining comes from? I've never understood that phrase. And I'm gonna capture some of that light with evidence. Oh. Easy peasy. Objection. Mr. Nero. What is with the yelling all of a sudden? Just yelling at somebody at a plane. All the passengers are like, "Did y'all fuck? What's going on back there? You think that's about my orange juice? I ordered orange juice like 15 minutes ago and they haven't brought it out yet. Do you think they're yelling about something back there? I just want my orange juice for my cereal, dude." Well, it doesn't matter. Mr. Nero, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood, is that correct? Yes. All that blood, drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. She's cute. I don't want her to be guilty. What? I'd like to direct your attention to this. Could you just reach in my pocket and pull out the thing in there? I swear. I swear it's not a weapon. I swear I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just a little tied up right now and I cannot reach into my organizer to pull out this travel wallet. Please. Please, Rhoda, help me. It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky. The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Mr. Nero. What? Impossible. Now then, do you still think I am the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet? I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did. As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, put it to your nose. Take a little lick, if you will. Oh, of course it's grape juice, because we can't have wine in these games. I think you'd agree it's only grape juice. Then, that's right. You mistook grape juice for blood, because clearly grape juice is red. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist. No! There. That should clear up that pesky accusation. Wait just a sec. That is, even a wallet could... Excuse me? Even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. I demand that you show me what's inside. Please. She's trembling, and the tacked on please at the end. Sounds like I've got her. Unfortunately, I'm a homosexual. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light. No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself. She's a persistent one. I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Miss Tenero, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me. All right. I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings. You've tied me up, Miss Tenero. There is no further transgression that you can have upon my privacy when you have literally bound and gagged me. I don't know if it's that. Does that work? Oh, yeah, it does. It seems that this passport is all that's in here. As you saw, there is nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. Wouldn't you agree? Please hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? I don't fucking know, Rhoda. Can you please just get these shitty little zip ties off of my wrists? They're cutting off my circulation, and I'm going to lose my mind. Can I take a look? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. Ackby Hicks? Oh, but he's from Virginia. Just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Ackby Hicks, which makes it the victim's property. You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you? Wait, I didn't even pay attention. Yeah. He kind of looks like Byakuya if Byakuya was drawn in Ace Attorney style, I feel like, but his face is a little long. How dare you? You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. Byakuya's older brother, yeah. Byakuya's ugly cousin. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon. But it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. Miss Ma'am, I would let you step on me. As you claim, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks's money, weren't you? I don't even know this ugly whore. What do you want from me? So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? But shouldn't that be proof enough for you that I did not murder the victim? Not at all. Oh, and why not? Because that wallet may not have been what I thought it was. However, it is something you stole. I didn't steal. The only thing I stole was my boyfriend's heart. You think I stole it? Yes, I'm very sorry to say it, and I wouldn't usually be so rude, but it must be said. Question mark? I never thought I'd see the day, but here I am calling a passenger a thief. Maybe I should put on a serious face and say it more directly. I believe you removed the wallet from the victim's personage. It really doesn't matter how you phrase it. What I'd like to know is why you think I stole Mr. Hicks's wallet. This is just gonna bring up the question again, or the money thing. I don't think I have any sort of motive to speak of. I've never met Mr. Hicks before, and our only connection is this one flight. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not a connecting flight. We're going straight from LA to Virginia. But that is more than enough of a reason. How do you figure? He was sitting in first class, and I think the implication is quite clear. Miss Ma'am, I was also in first class. Okay, very interesting. Meals, drinks, and a movie. From Europe to... Okay, so it is a connecting flight. From Europe to America by way of Japan? It's not? That sounds like it is. I'm just gonna present the body. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, I see. I wonder if I might get a word in, Mr. Nero. What is it now? Mr. Nero, I wonder if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony. Please do not yell at me. I am a professional flight attendant and I do not appreciate it. I do not. What are you talking about? It's simply impossible that the motive for this murder was monetary theft. One glance at the crime scene should have told you that. Look at all the fucking dollars on the ground. I hope that counts. Okay, that works. If I may direct your attention to the things strewn all over the floor. Ah, that's right. The floor is covered in bills and coinage. By your rationale, these were the very things the killer was after. By the way, killer, not me. Just saying, just adding that in case you didn't get it. I think we can assume that the wallet fell during the victim's struggle with his killer. And I would think that the killer would have noticed something like money scattering everywhere. Furthermore, as you can see, there was no effort made by the killer to gather the money. But the wallet... Oh, it got real crusty there for a second. Ah, yes, the wallet. You will also recall that the only thing in it was Mr. Hicks's passport. If you are really insisting that it was a crime based on greed, then you're claiming that it was all for an empty travel wallet. Forgive me! Hey, what the heck? Are you saying the attendant's wrong? So that guy isn't the killer? Don't believe it, everyone. It's a trick. This seat is empty. If we're experiencing turbulence, this man should be in his seat. Someone go get his ass. Will you all please be quiet? Mr. Nero. Yes? You lost your cool and you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark and looking into the light from the elevator. It's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought that I was the killer. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you for releasing me. Now I'm gonna punch you in the face. Oh, it's Borginian. What is it now? Mr. Nero, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged. It sounds like Virginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... I said... Oh, that's him. I said that he is giving me the runabout. I don't require an interpreter, I speak English as well, see? You, the attendant. I'm gonna make him French, if I can. Yes, sir. I want this person to be under the arrest until we are arrived at the airport. Is that offensive? I feel like that might be offensive. I apologize to the French people. Why is he rubbing that statue, bro? Relax. Also, we're literally in first class, aren't we? I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I'm finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You? How dare you try to risk my... Oh, he's red now. You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. Was Byakuya your art, my guy? I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent? Is that a word? Insolvent? Well, I'd hope that I don't Well, I'd hope that I don't dissolve in water, but I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Zinc LeBlanc the Second. I am a very wealthy man in the Virginia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer. A rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout. I have to explain? Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Yes, and yet you continue to blather on. I saw it, yes I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator. Going down to the lounge. No ass. This man has negative ass. When body was found at like 6:15, and I was passed out for 10 minutes, so 6:05. I mean, I don't want to be like fictionally racist, but it feels kind of weird to me that this guy's also Borginian. There were two Borginian people in the same flight. A little bit questionable at best, I believe. And the only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes? Why is he so red, bro? Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of wine. I was still eating. Still haven't finished, see? Yeah, sir, because that sandwich is bigger than your entire fucking life. The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. Not compliant, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say. But do you have, how you say, evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain in what you saw. Enough to give testimony. Of course. I was looking at the man the whole time. He was playing with that little, annoying little, small machine the whole time. Machine. Yes, that's what you call it. That's what you people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy. It was a click, click, click. A pen? From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer. I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. If he's on a plane, it should be off. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty, or it produces its ugly sounds. Anyway, I know that's all. I fucked that one up. Mr. Nero, yes? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. What? You want to examine the crime scene? If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen. Yes, I think that is how you say it in English. It's Fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Mr. Nero, if you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. This should not be approved. Please, Mr. LeBlanc, in an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back. What the fuck does a flight attendant sound like? You're not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. Ha! We will see. Oh, she came back fast. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. What? Unbelievable. I am in your debt, Miss Tenero. However, there is one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? Of course. I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural as I am still a suspect in this case. Ugh. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to touch the partner button. Well, hello. Excuse me, but may I have a word with you? You there! Well, if you need some, please ask Miss Rhoda over there, okay? What the? Hey, wake up, you! I'm terribly sorry that she's being so rude, Mr. Edgeworth. No need for you to apologize. I just find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I'd see to it that her salary was cut so low that it was in the red. She looked kind of cute, though. Mr. LeBlanc seems to be protecting the gargantuan vase on the chair rather closely. It's a marvelous vase, though, isn't it? Yes, I dare say so as a professional attendant. I don't think there's any real connection between a piece of art and being an attendant. But I'm not just any old attendant. I'm a professional flight attendant. As though there were such a thing as an amateur flight attendant. What's a lifesaver doing here? What? Ooh. Homie, I respect it. I don't think that's how that works. I think this guy would have been better off not taking a plane to begin with. Can I talk to these guys? Oh, yeah, I can. Don't get too near me, you criminal. He said, don't get near me, you criminal. I am not the killer, and I intend to prove that starting now. But that's contrary to the facts. He says, but that's contrary to the facts. I can understand his English just fine, thank you very much. If I may have a word with you. I'm eating this steak. So awesome. That's great to hear. However, I would like to ask you a few questions. I was here whole time, so wouldn't know. Eat or speak. Please pick one. Oh my god, it's Emma. I can't believe Emma's on this plane. I think he chose to eat. Kakyoing? Hey, miss, how about another glass? Excuse me, but I was wondering if you would know anything about the murder. How about it? How about a glass together? Sorry, but I must decline. I wasn't talking to you. I was asking the cute attendant. I'm sorry, but I'm on the clock right now. But if you need a refill, I'd be happy to bring you another glass at any time. You got it, toots. Kill him. Kill him. Edgeworth, you're a murderer now. Kill him. It's what he deserves. I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Tenero. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you to that extent. I don't want you to think your standing with me has changed. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board? I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes in first class without a staff key card. And we found no record of a key card being used at all. Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. First-class killer, just kidding. Low rate, because I'm going to find him. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Okay. Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere. Oh, I forgot about logic. If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes. The first order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters, but we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed. There must still be clues to be found here in this lounge. There we go, that's what I wanted. There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence. Oh, we must clean that up or someone might get hurt. Aha! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I've found some very important evidence. Feet. What is it? They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they are a set of footprints. So you think... Yes, these belong to our killer. Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class. I don't think that will be of any help to us. I mean, it kind of would be. Unfortunately, the prints are... Oh, I see. They're not super smudged for me, but whatever, I guess. Fuck me, I'm not the investigator. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Oh, I see. It's okay, Rhoda. You tried. Let's see. Where was the killer and the spilled grape juice? Well, I was going to join them together, but it doesn't mention the footsteps anywhere there, so I don't want to do that. We will continue to wander. This toppled over chair. Yet another victim of the turbulence. Ah, no! Look at all that grape juice staining the back! It may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable. It was? Yes, it was used when the Rocker Pals came to tour this plane. The Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals? I can't believe you've never heard of them. They're all the rage. Miss Tenero, I'm about 37 years old, and I've never had sex. You think I know what the fuck a Rocker Pal is? The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They added the pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens. Ah, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe about them later. Gumshoe would know. On second thought, I can already see how confusing the conversation would get. Leave him alone. Glasses and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second, and I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. A whole piano. This grand piano is the pride of this plane. I would maybe hope that, like, I don't know, the structure of the plane, or, you know, the smoothness of the flight of the plane would be the pride of the plane, not a grand piano that's just sitting in it. Oh, wait, what the fuck? It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive. That's actually sick. Are there pianos that do that? I know there's like those auto pianos and stuff, but like, can you put CDs into pianos? That's sick. That's not a piano, it's more like an overgrown music box. Ah, but its keys to press along with the music as though there were someone playing it. That's what I said. Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There's quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the area. Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you. I wasn't trying to simp. Oh, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I just got a text from the apartment manager, because we're gonna go check it out at 2. So he was just like, I'm having the apartment cleaned right now, and I will see you guys at 2. But I just wanted to read that in case he was canceling or some such. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. These counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds, they tell me nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, you look like you're talking to the clouds. Is that so? Then tell me, what do you suppose I said to them? I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation. The clouds, they tell me nothing. I feel like this is just going to be the windows again. Oh, no. There are a few copies of Sky Magazine in the magazine rack. This month's special is an English trivia quiz. That's not a bad idea. I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle. I'm going to pretend like I do. Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth. Who's ever heard of such a silly word as participle? Case in point. I am trying to examine that bottle. Okay, I was unable to. What or who is this? This is a bronze statue of the founder of iFly Airlines, Mr. Hugo Ifley. The one on the left is of when he was in his 40s, and the other is of him in his... They look the same. Did the man actually age in the span of 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more. Spilled grape juice in a pool at my feet. Unfortunately, the delightful scent of grapes is obscured by the unpleasant smell of the crime scene. The scent in the air... It's the same smell as the smell of my towels after they come out of my home dryer. Rhonda, dear. I don't know what to say to you, except get a new dryer. What the fuck? Why does your dryer make your towel smell like decomp? I would have never expected something like that by looking at you. What floors does this elevator service? Only the first and second, although it can also go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew key card. So the only floors accessible to passengers are the first and the second, huh? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Something's missing from this picture. Now if I could just put my finger on it. Money is strewn all over the floor of this elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hicks's wallet at some point. What is this sinister-looking figure on the floor here? Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Mr. Ifley. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition and is so popular that we're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop? Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks's body was discovered. There's blood on here. Could this have been the murder weapon? I doubt anyone is expecting to find a dead body in an elevator on this flight. So Mr. Hicks, he's really dead? Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for that when there's a corpse right there. Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. I see she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seems to have appeared. Anyway, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks's head. Could this be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Even his glasses are broken. Looks like there's something in his pocket, too. There's something sticking out of his pocket. Hope he won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. It looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. Why do they kind of look alike? Okay. Let's do something here. That connects. Okay, murder weapon. And blunt force trauma. Nice. Hi, Eve. Yeah, I started early today because I wanted to see if I could maybe finish the case or at least stream for a little bit longer because I have an apartment inspection at 2. So I have to go to that. A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out. Yes? What is it? Thank you. Yeah, we're getting the keys today, and I already loaded my car up with some stuff. So as soon as we get the keys, I'm just going to kind of like move some stuff in, and then that will, you know, of course, signal the beginning of the move into the new apartment. Our lease begins in 7 days. The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on the head. Well, aren't we deserving of the Master of the Obvious title? Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating? It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection. Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more befitting. Broken glasses. I'm gonna try that. Fuck. Okay, so I think it's the elevator then. Nice. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. That sounds right. Give me the footprints. There we go. I have it. I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yes. It's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather, the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact, that someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself? Ah, but if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless. Mr. Edgeworth, please do not burp when you're speaking to me. Which means Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. I forgot how the deduce button works. Oh, a contradiction. Appears to have been struck. Even his glasses are broken. Well, if he was struck on the back of the head, I think maybe... Why would his glasses be broken, but on his face, if he's lying like this, is my question. What does this mean, even? Oh, the cell phone, the cell phone. That's what it is. Deduce. Point out the contradiction. Present. Eureka. Mr. Hicks's machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? His cell phone, Miss Tenero. Ah, so I guess because it's not here... Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Investigation complete. What's going on over there? Unforgivable. This is unforgivable. Do you understand what I am saying? The movie is late. It is the same level of bad as if the plane arrived late. But the movie... What? What? I will not talk to you anymore. You are just wasting my time. Can you shut the fuck up? What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there is no emergency, please return to your seat, sir. Do not tell me what to do. I need not to sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you are innocent yet? If you would like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. What? Nonsense! Are you saying my witness testimonies were stolen? Not mistaken. Merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine, suit yourself. I don't know how to do French, so I don't know why I picked to do French. And I feel like I'm being offensive, so I apologize. Please do not cancel me before I have even gotten started. I am certain that I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at that time, must be the criminal. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusions seem to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So, my eyewitness testimony, if you think you can destroy us, then come, let me see. Harry, do I look like a man who's having the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast. Footprints, 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 footprints. Boink. And boink. Yes. Then you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal. Suggestion for you, Senor LeBlanc. Shut the hell up. Mr. LeBlanc, could you please take a look at this piece for me? Shit. How is that not it? The footsteps. The only person in the lounge at that time must be the criminal. Did I not present? Is it the cell phone then? Because the cell phone's missing. So I would assume that means... Because I don't have it. What the fuck am I gonna do? Alright, fine. I guess I'll press him. I guess I'll do my job. Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course, I saw what was inside. And you were sure that the victim was in the elevator alone. Yes, the only person inside was that Mr. Hicksman. This last outburst is a little too important to let go. So do I present the footsteps on that one then? Was he really alone? Of course! Everybody, even a 1 cent! A cheap ante for a cheap testimony. You know, I've never watched the Animaniacs. So I don't know who that is, but I sure know who the Animaniacs are. But if that's how you want to play it, I'll happily take your 1 cent. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. So 6. Is that what you're saying to me? I assume the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking, is that correct? Oh, you noticed! It was very expensive and imperial, you know. The feeling is wonderful and I wholly wind up my hand. It does look very well designed and quite classy. I will have to charge you if you want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. That's quite alright. Let's continue with your testimony. What a cheap man you are. Now return the time you wasted back to me. And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator at 6 o'clock. This is correct. I have nothing to press here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's true that I found the victim's body at 6:15, and that's when I found the two of them as well. You see? It all matches with my testimony. Then you're the only person in the lounge as I must be the criminal. But if I can prove that I am not the only person there, that is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard of. No, your silly opinion is what is mistaken. There we go. That was a little more French, perhaps. Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you are both mistaken. Well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. I spy a little hole in his words. As you wish, Mr. LeBlanc, I will now show you proof of my innocence! Bingo. Or, as he likes to say, Eureka. Mr. LeBlanc. What is it? There's a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and? Will you admit you also spilled it with the blood? No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. Ugh. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Can you please translate for us? Oh my god, Miss fucking ma'am. Miss ma'am, this is a airplane. You are a professional flight attendant. I'm gonna have to ask you to put them babies away. Good God. My fucking God. Listen. Can you blame me? This could be a dude dressed like this, and I would still be ogling the boobies, the titties. I'm a tits man. What do you want from me? No way. That's totally impossible, I guess is what he said. No way. That is totally impossible. I know there was no other person in there. I saw it with my own eyes. He's the killer, for sure. If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. Mr. LeBlanc, please, just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? Ugh. All right, I know I'm like speed running this, so it's like hard to step away for a second, but the combination of me drinking a cold thing and then a hot thing, aka my tea, after my G Fuel, has made me just really need to shit. So I'm gonna be right back. I don't think my ad buttons are working, so we're just gonna kind of sit here and stare at this guy who also, coincidentally, looks like he either needs to take a shit or is currently taking a shit. So call me Mr. LeBlanc, because I'm about to look like that in like 5 seconds when I hit the bathroom. BRB! Ugh. I also took some antacids after I finished because I was like, oh, this will probably help the discomfort that I have in my stomach. And they always do. Antacids work very well for me. However, they're never not gonna taste like literal chalk. Fortunately, I have some saltine crackers here, and you cannot beat the taste of a saltine cracker. Saltine crackers just taste like salt and cracker, because that's what they are, and by God, this shit could get me pregnant. I was very upset when Mr. Helmsberg was hurt. So, are you still upset now? I am always upset. The only time I am not is when I have a piece of earth in my hands. It's surprisingly easy to believe that about him. But I was even more upset when Mr. Helms walked by me. I was always checking the time over and over again. Why were you so attentive to the time? Because something unforgivable was happening. Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me my time or your money. You understand the point. Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? Movie starts at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. Summary of the plot in the start time. Interesting. They were supposed to show License to Live, Mem, and Murder. I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see on international flights. I looked forward greatly to that movie. I checked my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. Hold on. I think I saw something about that. All times shown correspond to our departure time zone, not destination time zone. But the movie was still lit. Very, very lit. Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's all right. Get this bitch! You're a fucking idiot. Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. I was set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. Yes, and the correct time is thus, it's 6 cents. I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe the Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Miss Tenero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point. That's right. It was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Zhengfa. But we didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now, we are still running on Borginian time. What? The time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. That was an incredible sprite. Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m. This is... my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's dead. We killed him. This should clear up all of the remaining accusations. So this basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right? Yes. Because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. That means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time, and what was he doing? I've got something to say. And you are? God, yes. She's also cute. Like, besides the boobs, she's also just cute. Yeah, oh. I'm Cammy Neal. I'm a flight attendant. Alright, Cammy. Show up in my fucking profiles! And what is it you wish to say? Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know? What? How can you be so short of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button while we were parked at the transfer point. Ah, the stop we made for refueling and cargo transfer in Zhangfa, correct? This flight will be making a brief stop to refuel and transfer cargo in the Republic of Zhangfa between 4 and 5 a.m. We ask that all passengers remain on board at that time. Thank you for cooperation. Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any of the passengers leave or did any new ones board this flight? No. Not a single person got off or on in Zhangfa. What about the flight crew? The few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off, but eventually everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. So basically I can assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind. Yeah, and I answered his call. Alright, she should... Ugh. God. These flight attendants. It's awakening something in me. What is it awakening? Fuck around and find out. Yeah, and I answered his call. I can tell you Mr. Ackby Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. Alright. Then that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m. Okay. Now, what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth? I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Zhangfa. You were here the whole time from 5, yes? Then you're the only one who could be the killer. Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in this lounge the entire time from 5 a.m. onwards? Unfortunately, yes. But then, how do we explain the footprints? Is that not obvious? This man waited for Mr. Hicks here in this lounge. Waited to kill him. And then he puts the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken. But what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator, the second floor does not matter. Because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge. Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc? What? Do you have another idea? I simply feel that there is something out of place in the scenario you presented. Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge? I guess no, I don't think it'd be the footprints. The phone, maybe? Usually on display at the in-flight shop. Found at the crime scene with blood on it. But that was in the elevator, so it would be in the lounge. I was going to present the elevator because it can go from floor 1 to 2, but I think that's in logic, not in evidence. So... inside elevator on first floor. Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge? This can't be the plane. This is definitely a museum, so not that. But this was in the elevator, so it doesn't really do anything. The footsteps looks like footprints and something being dragged. It might be that. It's either that or the phone, I think, because the phone is definitely not here, so there's no reason that it would have taken place here if we can't find the phone. Wait, just kidding. People can walk. I think it's this. These footprints. And which direction do you think these are headed? That would be the in-flight shop. Correct. They're headed in the direction of the shop. But they look disconnected. They end all of a sudden. You are right to point out that they do not form one continuous trail to the shop. However, there's another piece of evidence that connects the shop to our crime scene. The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there, and is not displayed here in this lounge. How, then, did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? It's not a trivial point. It only means you prepared it taken from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you are innocent at all. If I may. What is it? You see, well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says. Oh, why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And when was this? It was maybe around 5:40 a.m. Isn't that just before we hit that patch of turbulence? That's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence? Yes, I was. Come to think of it, Miss Tenero, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door. Yes, I did. And what is beyond that door? That's the flight attendant's room. Then, you were on the first floor? Yes. I had to do something at the shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first, and then to the flight attendant's room. Are you saying you passed by me at some point? Yes. You seemed really into this issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was. Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Why did you go to the shop in the first place? Because I had something to do. Shut the fuck up, LeBlanc. I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes. The upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know. Are you the prosecutor? Are you the one asking the questions here, LeBlanc? You're not. Shut your mouth, stop wagging your finger, I'm gonna break your vase. In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. Shall we head over there then? What is it now? Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're all right. Huh? That's weird. What is? Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. What is the meaning of this, Miss Tenero? It means she's lying. Go on, admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet, here you are. You, flight attendant, what are you trying to do? Pull the ship over us? The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way. This has inserted an interesting dynamic here. Miss Big Boobs is a little suspicious. There's something about Miss Tenero that has piqued my curiosity. But right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. Oh. The relationship between Tenero and Emil is very interesting. Why does she want to be in charge? So this is the in-flight shop. It's quite a mess in here. You think? Guess I'll have to clean things up then, tee-hee. Hold on! You can't clean up a potential crime scene. Oh, thank goodness. Ugh, I hate cleaning so much. I mustn't rush things here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Because this piggy bank was left at the crime scene. There's a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. So it looks like it probably got shaken out by the turbulence and crashed through the thing, and then killer came in here, picked it up, bopped him one, and then dragged his body out, maybe? Inside this display case is a row of lifesavers and life vests for sale. We sell a lot of those when there's some kind of accident or something, but some people buy them even when nothing's going on. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Care to buy one? I sense that this shop is one shopper away from being sued. What are these? Oh, those are our company's completely original line of suitcases. They're practically flying out the door. That's how popular they are. You should buy one and see how you like it. You won't regret it. Perhaps that's how things work on this flight, but in the real world you try, then buy. No way. But either way, didn't really matter. True. Either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they've boarded the plane? Anyway, see that? Just look at all the Mr. Ifley heads painted on there. Cute company mascot, isn't he? They're painted on with a lot of care. Doesn't he look like he's about to jump out at you? It is certainly making something jump inside my stomach. Huh? Oh, I guess there's no fooling your refined tastes. You look like you really wanted to get one. And I thought I was gonna finally make my first sale, but you saw right through it. Glad that's done, though. Never make me try to give you a sales pitch ever again, okay? But I never showed any interest in it to begin with. Teehee. It really is pretty horrible, isn't it? You want to know something? This suitcase was designed by Miss Rhoda. Miss Tenero designed this? Yeah. It was a company-wide contest. Well, it does have a very sharp design sense. Haha, sharp? Like stinky sharp cheddar, maybe. I really have no idea why the bigwigs decided to go with it. It's so... bleh. Miss Tenero designed this, did she? It's definitely not what I would have expected. You okay? I'm fine. Please watch yourself, Miss Meal. Letting a suitcase freely roll around has got to be a safety violation. Here, I'll put it back. What is that shit on the floor? Beautiful flowers and a beautiful arrangement. I feel cleansed just by looking at them. Mr. Edgeworth, you're getting pollen all over. Oh, excuse me. The glass from this display case's door is shattered all over the floor. And it looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Wait, actually, I think there is something. What's this? A mini captain's hat? You know where I've seen a mini captain's hat? Meal's little thing. There's a wide selection of souvenirs for sale in these display cases. You know what I'd suggest? Sorry, but I have no intention of buying souvenirs on this trip. Okay, then how about you buy something for me then? As a present. Lady, I don't want to fuck you. I can't think of a single reason why I'd want to buy you anything. But I've had my eye on that pendant for such a long time. Try paying some attention to me when I ask you something, and then we'll talk. Stuffed toys, just like the one Miss Meal is holding, are on display here. They're relatively cheap, which explains why they're displayed so haphazardly. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? You know you want one too. They're great for when you're stressed. Why do I envision stuffed animal abuse when she says that? So, we examined the glass. We examined this one. Yeah. I guess we could do the suitcases again, but I don't know if that would do anything. Let's chat her up, see what she says. I don't know much about this shop, but you can still ask me about whatever. So, what do you think about what has happened regarding this case? Oh, I don't know. I guess I think you're the killer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I can assure you that I'm here in this shop to prove just the opposite. Yeah, but it was me that got you the permission to look around. You know. So don't forget that, okay? How am I supposed to thank you properly if you insist on falling asleep? Well, you know what would really show your thanks? You see that item for sale over there? Sorry, but you're gonna have to make do with my words of appreciation. Am I missing something? Oh, logic, of course. What do I got? Broken glasses, suitcase, murder weapon, tiny captain's hat. In-flight suitcase displays can be hazardous. What do I have? Nothing. A mini captain's hat. Is that in my organizer? No. Well, I can't find anything else, so I guess it would be something here, but... So we've got tiny captain's hat, murder weapon, broken glasses, and suitcase. And I don't think I can exit. This is the flowers again. Suitcases don't give me anything. Huh. I can't tell what I'm examining there. Oh, here we go. This is something else. There are all kinds of luxury name brand merchandise for sale in this display case. And they're lined up in just such a manner as to scream, "Buy me," to any passers-by. Didn't help me. Yeah, and then it's just the captain's hat again. But... It's gotta be logic at this point, but what is it? Were they broken during his murder? The victim's glasses are broken. What relevance does a suitcase have? That's my question. Okay, because I feel like I've examined everything in here already. Yeah, and that's that. Let's see, what do I have? Usually on display at the in-flight shop, found at the crime scene with blood on it. Oh, maybe the hat belongs to the piggy bank. I don't think that's gonna do anything for me. The hat probably used to be on the piggy bank's head. Let's give it a go and see. I believe this piggy bank was forcibly removed from this display case. Does this mean that the killer broke the glass to get at it? No, it doesn't. Because the glass is on the outside. Really? Don't tell me you don't know what things go where in this shop. Well, I don't. Miss Rhoda's in charge of this place, so come on. How should I know anything? I sense that further inspection of this display case is needed. There we go. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Oops. This one. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Perhaps it was the killer who broke it in order to take the piggy bank. But it's a bit odd that the inside of the case is so devoid of glass shards. Plus, the glass broke rather cleanly. What is it? I touched the glass and it cut my finger. It hurts, Mr. Edgeworth. It hurts. Please tell me you can deal with such a minor cut on your own. The glass on this door is broken. Perhaps it was the killer. Oh. She's cut again. Oh my god. Is this the same man as the one portrayed by the statues around the elevator? Yeah, that's a paperweight of the founder of iFly Airlines, Mr. Hugo Ifley. On the bottom shelf, we have the cute one. The middle shelf is the realistic one. And on the top shelf, that's the floral version. Floral? Are you sure about that? Let me guess. You just said the first thing that came to your mind, right? Okay, so what do I have that I can deduce with? Yeah, it's just gonna keep doing the glass, but I want to examine, like, the books and stuff. iFly Airlines related books line this shelf. The history of iFly Airlines, the future of iFly Airlines, the 7 wonders of iFly. Fight on, iFly Airlines. Working name, Go You Airlines. I Heart Flying. The titles make it very clear that they won't be making the top sellers list anytime soon. Okay, so I guess we deduce this glass. Was in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. Made a brief stop from 4 to 5 to transfer cargo and refuel at transfer point. Okay, that works. There's definitely something unusual about this. About what? If the killer had broken the glass to get at the Mr. Ifley bank, there should be shards of glass inside the case itself. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess it would be like that. However, there's not a single piece of glass inside the display case. Nope. No, there isn't. Which means that the glass was broken from the inside out. The piggy bank must have fallen over from the turbulence and right through the glass. Yeah, that's for sure. So much glass all over the floor. I'm willing to bet that this hat was knocked off its head at that time, too. That's nice. Which leads me to believe that the killer took the Mr. Ifley from here after the turbulence. Take your power naps on your own time, Miss Meal, and listen when I'm talking. But the murder occurred before the turbulence, which rules this piggy bank out as the murder weapon. So, you mean the bank's not the real murder weapon? It's a fake? Yes. At this point, that is a very real possibility. But then, what if, when the killer went to take Mr. Ifley, they broke the glass by accident? The display case is locked, so that's highly unlikely. Yeah, but there's one person who could've. Oh? And who would that be? Tenero? Miss Rhoda, of course. I mean, she's the one in charge of this place, so she has the keys to everything. Miss Rhoda Tenero, huh? Can I examine the fucking books now? Damn it! That would also mean that the piggy bank could not be the murder weapon. Could just be a freak accident. I don't think this is gonna do anything for me. So what, it like caused it to roll around? I'm just not gonna do any logic right now. What do I have in my organizer? I still just have that phone. Okay, so let's see. Turbulence and suitcase. See if that does anything. Cool. Yes, there is definitely something wrong here. Ooh, what's with the sudden yelling? Oh, I'm gonna have to go soon, guys. Tell me, Miss Meal, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases? Oh, well, sure. They totally ooze strange, like the color and the such. That's not what I'm talking about. Now pay attention. Ah, you're scaring me, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry. These suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper. Yeah, they look a bit uptight, don't they? But I guess they take after their creator. Hee hee. Okay, were you not here this whole time? What happened? Again, that's not what I meant, Miss Meal. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are the only things undisturbed by the turbulence? Never mind. I'd sooner find an answer by inspecting these suitcases myself. Upon closer inspection, they really are quite hideous. I wonder how Miss Rhoda would have reacted if she'd heard what you just said. What's wrong? What's this? I've spotted something that's not quite right. What is so unusual about this suitcase? The wheels don't have that little blocker thing? Twitch was dying? I see. There's something very peculiar about these wheels. Huh? As in, there are no stoppers in place on these. Without stoppers, one would think that the turbulence would have sent it flying. And so, it is very likely that this suitcase was placed here after we hit that turbulence. Is this someone's actual suitcase? A $1,200 price tag. Not exactly priced by someone with a conscience, I'd say. It would appear to be unlocked. Let's take a look at what's inside. A piece of cloth. And it's soaked with blood. Couldn't say anything. One of my other regulars also has that issue sometimes, but I think it's more so the video than the typing part. So I don't know. Are you on the app or are you on your computer? Cause I know the app sucks. Oh, I don't know. Just got unlucky then, I guess. Good to have you back though. It appears that this suitcase is very strongly tied to our murder after all. Full health, baby. So explain this to me. What does this suitcase have to do with the murder? I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used this suitcase in some manner. Such as to move something, perhaps. Oh, that's what was being dragged. But aren't you just talking about the cloth, then? That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of. The thing I believe the killer used the suitcase to transport is... Oh, was it really? Oh, that's bad. Good thing it's back, though, I guess. I just don't know. I don't think anything happened on my end. So I hope it didn't fuck up my stream itself. Couldn't be the phone. They would just grab the phone. It might be... I don't know what the fuck is going on with this one. Thing I believe the killer used the suitcase to transport is... I'm gonna do the piggy bank. So it was not the piggy bank. The thing I believe the killer used this suitcase to transport is the body? Oh my god? No way. What? Something that would fit inside a suitcase that is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. But in light of this, I'd say that Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator from someplace else, which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location. So you're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it? Exactly. What is it? Nothing. Just that I was thinking about what Miss Rhoda said about coming here for something. I wanted to give you a bit more time, but I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. I'm very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but the captain feels that he has allowed you ample time. He says that he'd appreciate it if you could wrap it up here and return to your seat. I understand his sentiments, however, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. If I must stop, then I insist I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the two sites, under your supervision, of course. If that's your only condition, then I believe we can accommodate your wishes. I'm here to assist you in any way that I can, Mr. Edgeworth. Uh-oh. Sounds like fun. We can camp out and watch over everything together. I found proof that the real crime scene was not in the lounge, and I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. And yet, regarding what Miss Meal reminded me about Miss Tenero, I can't allow my investigation to end here. The truth must come to light. This is a perfect ending spot. Alright, so as I said, you know, today's short stream, but thank you everyone for tuning in. It is now time for me to go look at an apartment and do things there, I guess. And, like, start moving stuff. Very exciting, honestly. I will say that, let's see. Let's play this out. So, tomorrow, still podcast. Monday is gonna be a little bit iffy. I'm gonna try and stream at my, like, normal time at 12. And if anything comes up, if I get, like, a text or a call to, like, go do the one task that they wanted me to do, to pick things up from the post office, then, I'll do that, but I don't know how that's going to interact with my stream at all, because they haven't told me what time to do it. So I'm a little bit concerned about that. Alternatively, well, I guess we'll just see it, because what I've done before is I've literally just, like, left stream running, and then ran to do the thing, and then come back, and then just continued streaming. But I don't really want to do that, because, like, obviously I don't want to just leave my stream up for, like, Lord knows how long. But I guess we'll kind of just see what happens. What else? So my lease at the new place starts in a week. And in the meantime, I'm just going to be like moving stuff. I'm going to be like doing other things as well because I like have this whole week off. So I will try to stream a little bit more, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out with me moving stuff as well. But you can definitely expect that as soon as I'm like fully moved into the new place and everything, like you can expect a lot more consistent streams for the rest of January. Just because that way, like, you know, I'll be settled in, I'll be doing my own thing, and then I'll be able to kind of run everything as I'd like to. So we'll kind of we'll play that one out as it comes, but definitely for sure after we're moved into the new place, guaranteed like more streams for the rest of January until I go back to work. But I might be able, we'll see how everything goes out too, because I'm also studying for like a real estate license, a California real estate license, so I have to do that as well. And that's the whole reason that I have the month off from work, is to just like focus on that and study that. So if I don't finish it by the end of January, then I might be able to push it a little bit into February. And if I push it into February a little bit, then I'll continue streaming for that period as well. But we'll play that all by ear, because we'll see how that's going. What do you want?
Hello.
Shut the fuck up. Leave. What do you want? Get your shoes out of my room.
Hi.
You're a disease.
No.
Can you stop bugging me while I'm streaming?
No.
You're a nuisance. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'll see you all tomorrow for sure at 2 p.m. With the podcast. And then from Monday on, there'll be more streams. I haven't figured out a schedule for them because I don't know how everything's going to be with moving and everything. But just keep an eye on the Discord. Keep an eye on, you know, Twitter or pings or whatever. And we'll see how everything goes from there.